log into this one again. This password you haven't changed yesterday? Set everything correct password now.
Alright, when we finish.
Next one. Less than 5?
Perhaps. Okay.
Any progress?
Yep. We are live.
You're live?
This is your chat window over here, so you can see what people are saying online. Well, no, but if they are watching on YouTube, then the live chat will be running. So
we can send him the link.
you can send them the link. You can send them the YouTube link, and then you can watch it on YouTube, and you can embed it into your other platforms. So
Yes, separate a 0. Some said, no, sir, they're not 0, they're 9 to 6, 7.
So, let's see if we can find it.
Jamaica Food Service Association.
It's like 11 years ago.
I wonder if the hair is too distracting when I put it around like this.
By the way, your microphone is working.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so you're now live streaming your voice.
It's recording.
It also records.
How do I put it on mute?
You have to mute your mic. I think it will feedback if you have the volume up here. So. But we can't find the channel. You know, the rating, use exact keyword, so we can't find it. Did you set it to not before? I need to run, but no, this is a stream trouble. Yeah.
What does it say 1 to 2 p.m.? Why is it saying 1 to 2 p.m.? Jesus.
Probably that I set it to or it was set
No,
around
see there
time
11
zone.
a.m.
What's the time zone I set? Change it to Bogota. What's up with the link?
Hello? Yes, Miss Porto? Yeah, it's on the poster. No, it's not a link, it's a you just enter the password, what do you call it again? You enter the password and alright, I'll send you the meeting ID and the password. Huh? Yeah, that's what people normally do.
Anybody with that can join a meeting and doing the bad farmer things.
Hmm?
Anybody who have that not supposed to can join a meeting.
Yeah, so I posted it to the members group and
That's your post as a thumbnail, right?
yeah, but it's not that part is not showing. That part is showing?
Yeah, it's a thumbnail. It's going to be the first thing.
Alright. I can't bother.
Next thing my phone I ring Sunday. And I get a whole heap of things are going on now with meeting people in there showing the roads and customer new word and something there. I want a whole heap of people in there. Oh, we don't know. Oh, I find them by the way. See ya.
Okay.
So when I press on it, it loads and check it out.
Mm-hmm.
So when the meeting starts, yeah, full screen it. So this is the chat. So so.
So all of it will be available on oh gosh. I can't cut it or nothing.
Meeting starts. Alright. Here's my advice to you. This is the chat. So so.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be leaving this video up to be watched after the stream ends. Alright. What I would recommend for you to do then is when 11 o'clock comes, you start over the stream. Right?
How do I start it over?
No, it's alright. It's alright. Make it stay. What you can do is you can take it down afterwards, cut it, and upload it back.
Okay.
So may I go over my steps now? Is there anything I missed? So that's your preview. It shows you what is going out. This is very so good. So if there are any stream from here, this is obvious. Do not.
It does this. You turn on the highlights. and welcome. Thank you for joining us on our live webinar. Today, of course, marks the 101st anniversary of the Jamaica Civil Service Association. So it's a very special day for the JCSA, and it is indeed worthy of recognition. Now, as we're all aware, the world is facing health crisis, and we know this as COVID-19, and so we're not able to meet physically, and so this is why we are using this medium to just express how proud we are of our many accomplishments. Not good. Lord. Understood. No, but plan for trouble that's good. Oh, no, you don't think you can pass the number next one, please? Thank you. All of this unresolved stuff is making me nervous. Are we live? Hi, hi, hi. Delay. Oh, it's a long delay. Don't worry. Starts in 12 minutes. Can I go on more? Can I start it? It will be longer than shorter than that. I think yeah, 10 minutes. No, we go wait 5 minutes for other persons to come in.
10 minutes.
I don't know how to. I didn't say it. Hello, good morning. Yeah. Hi, good morning. Yeah, yeah, we're trying to get it up on Facebook, but if not, they can join the meeting. Sure, no problem. Alright. Yeah, yeah, man, I said 60. Hold on, and share too. We have a group, not a page. So I'm saying you have to go in the group and
So you were sharing this. So check it out, activity or something.
kind of anyways, he said this is it. So, because people text me and alright. So I'll change your Facebook. That would be it for now. I wish I would stand there really, but it's for understand. Anything around us, around. We have to be nothing else. Alright.
not certain that, for example, the express payment to contracted party because it's unpaid that not only that are part of the contract.
And what your document is. Hello, you hearing me? Good morning, are you hearing me?
Morning.
Good morning, hearing you clearly.
Okay.
Yes, we are hearing you.
I'm waiting on a few more persons to join, so I'm just gonna say that. So far we have 21, so I'm just waiting, giving a few more persons the chance to join.
Oh no, join with names.
No, they
We're
have.
hoping we can prefer names and because they can speak up.
Some.
See if we can inbox them and tell them to probably identify themselves. There's also no.
Okay.
Very low, Shani. Very low. These are the person who joined. It's very low. Okay, so go back to it. Me turn it up.
I have a problem to hear, but
Yeah, it's low. I go mute it.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Can you all hear me? Just
Yes.
type yes in the chat box, please. All right. All right, great. So I'm just waiting 5 more minutes just to allow persons to join. right. All right, I'm asking everyone to use your correct name so that we're able to identify you. Some persons have the name of their phones. I'm asking you to change it, please.
Here, Sarah, I'll give our father, make him feel that with the thing for me, please. Oh, sorry.
I'm also asking that you put your mics on mute. That is found at the bottom left of your screen, the extreme left. All right, some persons are still not muted. Some persons are still not muted, so I'm asking you once again to mute your mics. All right, so we're about to begin in just a few seconds. All right, we have 36 persons, so we're going to start. All right, good morning and welcome everyone. I want to thank everyone for taking time out of their busy schedules to join our webinar. Of course, today marks the 101st anniversary of the Jamaica Civil Service Association, and so it is a very special day for the JCSA. And so it is indeed worthy of recognition. I'm hearing a bit of feedback. Someone has not turned off their mic.
My mic is turned off?
Hold on just a minute. Yes, your mic is muted. I'm not able to identify the person whose mic is muted. All right, I think I found them. All right, so we're good. All right, so I want to thank everybody for joining us for our webinar. Now, we are all aware of the current health crisis that we are facing globally. And so Jamaica is also affected by the pandemic that we know as COVID-19. And so we're not able to meet physically to celebrate. So we are using this medium. We're really grateful for technology, and we're able to use this medium to commemorate the JCSA's 101st anniversary. We are using this medium just to express how proud we are of our accomplishments over the 101 years that the JCSA has been in existence, and want to thank our members and our stakeholders for your support, your continued support over the years. I am Shani Grant. I'm the Public Relations and the Communications Officer for the JCSA, and with us we have President Grant. We have our first Vice President, Sister Tisha Clark Griffiths. Sister Griffiths, just say hello to everyone. All right, great. We have our second Vice President, Brother Kelvin Thomas. Brother Thomas, can you just give us a wave or say hello? All right, so it seems as if Brother Thomas hasn't joined us as yet. So we're just going to, we hope he joins soon. All right. All right, I am multitasking here, so just give me a few minutes, please. All right. So, and we also have with us our General Secretary Sister Tiffany Powell Williams. All right, I'm going to ask that if you have a comment, I'm going to ask you to raise your hand. Do not unmute your mic, raise your hand. That feature is found at the bottom right of your screen. I believe it is at the bottom right of your screen. All right. All right, so our president and our first and second VPs, as well as our general secretary, will be speaking to you in a few minutes. But just before that, I believe that in anything we do, it is very important to invite the presence of God in our midst. And so at this time, I'm going to pray. Is Brother Thomas with us as yet, our second VP? All right, he's not with us, so let us pray. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, I want to thank you so much for all the wonderful blessings that you have bestowed upon us. Lord, we are the JCSA is celebrating 101 years of excellence in advocating for the social and economic improvements of our public sector. And Lord, I pray that you'll continue to put a blessing on this organization, that we may continue to grow from strength to strength. May we all enjoy these proceedings, I pray. In Jesus' name, amen. All
Amen.
right. Now, for 101 years, the JCSA has been advocating for the social and economic well-being of its members who are a part of the public sector. And this is a group in society that truly deserves to be appreciated because of the invaluable services that they provide to our country. Now, my mother was a civil servant, and she was also a member of the Jamaica Civil Service Association. And I can testify to the fact that she was able to gain many benefits from the association. I remember that she was a member of the Thrift Society, and I remember the days when I used to come along with her to the Thrift Society, and it was because of the Jamaica Mutual Thrift Society why she was able to send us through university and through school. So, and she has benefited in many other ways. So indeed, we can testify. I'm sure that many other persons are able to testify to how the JCSA has benefited them over the years. And so we are very proud of our accomplishments, and we hope to continue to provide support to you as you continue to support us. Now, just to name some of the benefits that we have been able to secure over the years for our members, we have an insurance program, JCSA insurance program. We have a loan scheme for motor vehicle insurance. Of course, most of you would know that we have partnered with the Jamaica Cooperatives Insurance Agency. We have consumer discounts at popular stores, loans for the purchase of computers. We offer an education grant, the Samuel E. Memorial Scholarship. We offer a funeral grant, which came through our heads of agreements. And we also have partnered with the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service, and our members are able to in transportation through the gets, through gets. All right. So we have been working assiduously and we want to continue to provide quality services for our members as the years go by. Now, we have also been, we have also negotiated and we have represented our members over the years. And so I'm sure that our president and our first and second vice president will speak more to this. Uh, so been, we have grown over the years and we will continue to strive. I'm going to now hand over to our president, Brother Grant.
Thank you, Sister Shani, and let me bid a very warm welcome to the members gathered on this platform. I hope you're seeing me and hearing me, and I hope as well that notwithstanding the outbreak of the coronavirus, that we are keeping safe. Now, we as a union have been around for quite some time, as you would appreciate. We are now in our 101st year. And as it was when we started in 1919, we are having similar challenges. And just to put it in context, we were just coming out of World War I, and I like to tell my members that we are in an economic war. We have been in this for quite some time, and we are just coming out of it, and then we have been hit by COVID-19. Similarly, in 1919, after coming out of World War I in 1917, we were hit with the Spanish flu, which is similar in how it impacted the world economy as the COVID-19 has. Now, having experienced this, what it calls on is for us public officers, again, to be on the forefront of this fight, to treat with the response, the national response to the epidemic, to the pandemic. And as I oftentimes will say to my public officers, we are the civilian arm of the state. There's a military arm or the paramilitary arm, which includes the police, the soldiers, and so on that respond on the front lines in terms of battle. But administratively, we public officers have to be right there with them to ensure that the engine of the state continues to run, notwithstanding the impact that we are experiencing nationally and the fallout in employment, in productivity, everything that you can point to. We, as public officers, need to remain vigilant on the front line to ensure that we are delivering public services to our fellow citizens. And that's where I want to focus my brief comments this morning, public services. We have been struggling, I would say, to come to grips with the delivery of public services. And as a union, we have been pushing the whole mantra of quality public services for a very, very long time. And unfortunately, it has not taken off as we wanted it to. In recent times, though, we have seen some opening up of the whole concept of quality public services. And the current setup that we have to deliver quality public services has been improving. Not to the extent that we want it to, but it has been. There has been some announcements recently, for instance, those having to do with quality education for our members. And there are some things that we are working on to improve on that. We do believe that education and delivery of education to our members, training education is paramount to quality public services. And it was in that vein that we established MIND, what has now become MIND, several years ago, to ensure that we can deliver services. We are pushing to ensure that we can, in fact, expand on what has been created at the MIND, so that our members can, in fact, see themselves on the point of entering the service up to their maximum potential in the service. We want to create a new breed of public officers who are called career civil servants. and not just persons who are transient and transitory to our services. We want to encourage our members. We are on the front lines. We are fighting the battles. We want to ensure that as a youth, we are able to listen to you, to hear your concerns, to respond to your concerns. And in that regard, we have strengthened our secretariat, and we are going to ensure that we continue to strengthen our secretariat, moving from where we are now to where we will ultimately be. So colleagues, I want to continue to encourage each and every one of us to hold the faith, hold the lines, don't break ranks, continue to fight, continue to push. If you have any concerns, let the union know. Don't keep it to yourselves and complain. I often will tell our members that, yes, we are not as responsive as we can be at times. We are not as quick as we should be at times. But one thing we are is very adept at finding solutions to all the problems that we are facing as a public sector. So with that in mind, colleagues, we continue to encourage each and every one of us to remember that the JCSA is here for all of us. If there are any challenges, let us know. We have the reach, we have the clout, we have the importance of being a union 101 years old to bring to our employer all those challenges that we have and to ensure that we find solutions to them. We are a solutions-oriented organization. We don't just focus on the problems, but we come to the table with solutions to the problem. And that is why we have been as successful as we have been as a union. Thank you.
All right, thank you, President Grant. So indeed, is everyone hearing me? All right. All right, so thank you, President Grant. And just to mention that our theme for this year is persistent and consistent advocating for the worker, moving from surviving to thriving. And with all that President Grant has just said, indeed, we can attest to the fact that we are moving from surviving to thriving. All right, so just to mention that throughout the proceedings, we will be having a few giveaways. So please prepare yourselves for that. We will be giving away $200 Flow and Digicel credit. So prepare yourselves, listen out for when we are having the giveaways. I also would like to mention, all right, so we'll be having giveaways, so please stay tuned for that. All right, at this time, I'm going to invite our second vice president to speak. All right, just a minute. What are you, Raquel? All right, so we'll be having our first giveaway right now. So for all the Digicel, the persons who use the Digicel network, get your phones out. And I want whomever receives the credit, I want you to, okay. The theme is persistent and consistent advocating for the worker, moving from surviving to thriving. All right. All right, so if you have your phones out, just type yes in the chat box. All the digital people, type yes in the chat box, please. All right. So listen carefully. All right, once you have received the credit, I want you to type received in the chat box, all right? So are you ready? You can unmute your mics for this one and say yes, you're ready.
Where's the chat box?
Ready.
All right, the chat box, you can find that in the center of your screen. It is beside participants. Are you seeing that?
It says chat.
Right, it says chat. So you can just click on that and you'll see the chat box come up. You can just type there. All right. All right, so we are ready and here we go. 846 37 7553 11979. Remember to type received in the chat box as soon as you have received the credit. No one has received the credit?
You might want to repeat it again, Sister Shani.
Go again. Sanjay, what you saying? It's muted. Oh.
Window that is showing on the screen is not the one with the faces.
Which window is showing?
I show the one before it starts. Let me change it.
Give it out to them again, Sister Shani.
All right, let me just give it out. All right, so I'm going to repeat the number. Just to note that the officers are not eligible for this and the executive members are not eligible for this. All right, 846737. Let me go again. 84637 7553 1179. Has anyone received the credit? All right. Someone just typed in received. Lam McFarlane. All right, congratulations, La McFarlane. Congratulations. All right. So just to mention that we are streaming live on YouTube at Jamaica Civil Service Association and also our Facebook page, our Facebook group at Jamaica Civil Service Association. Okay? So for those who are not able to join the meeting, they can view what is happening on Facebook or YouTube. All right. So I'm going to now hand over to our second Vice President, Sister Tisha Clark Griffiths.
Oh, that's
Or first Vice President, my apologies, Sister Tisha Clark Griffiths.
Thank you, Sister Shani. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Good morning, brothers and sisters, I should say. Thank you for joining this webinar for those who are online. Today, the coronavirus cases globally is approximately 3.7 million with 256,000 deaths and 1.2 million recoveries. Currently, there are 2.2 million persons who are infected and 49,000 persons in serious or critical condition. My brothers and sisters, it will take coordinated action from all of us to fight this hidden monster, the coronavirus. I hope that you, your families, and team members in all your ministry departments and agencies are safe and continuously practicing the health and safety measures that are now the norm in our collective fight against COVID 19. I know it has not been easy for many of our members, as some of you may have lost loved ones during this pandemic. And for that, I just pause to offer my condolences to you and your families. And I pray that God will give you the strength to cope in this difficult time. For all our members who are on the front line, we laud you, and most of all, we appreciate your service, and we thank you for working assiduously to keep Jamaica safe. This year, the Jamaica Civil Service Association celebrates 101 years under the theme Moving from Surviving to Thriving. And there is no doubt that any organization that survives and continue to survive 101 years has been built on a solid foundation. We have several activities that we will undertake during this time on our online platform. And this webinar is just one such activity. For all those who have taken the time to tune in, we thank you for joining us, and we look forward to your participation in the other activities that we have planned for you. This COVID-19 period is no doubt very unprecedented. We have never seen it in our lifetime, and some of you may be fearful, anxious, overwhelmed, and experience extreme hardship or trauma. We sympathize with you, and we are doing all that we can to alleviate some of the stresses. And the president mentioned that please do not keep it to yourself, share it with the organization, and we try our best to see how we can help you. We know that we will get through this because we are resilient people. I just want to thank you for supporting the Jamaica Civil Service Association over these years. We could not have done it without you, and we ask that you continue to do your best as we ensure we continue to deliver quality public service to the nation. While you give of your best, rest assured that your union, the Jamaica Civil Service Association, will continue to be persistent and consistent in representing your interests, especially in this difficult time. We continue to advocate for your safety and health for the civil service to reflect we continue to advocate for safety and health policy for the civil service to reflect the paradigm in the impending Occupational Safety and Health Act. And we continue to advocate for support initiative that must include urgent investment in public health and measures to support all workers, regardless of their employment status. As the World Health Organization said, the great advantage we have is that the influence we need as government, communities, as members of the association, as families and individuals, can influence the trajectory of this virus. My brothers and sisters, let's hope. Let hope be the antidote of fear, and solidarity be the antidote to blame. An inclusive response to COVID-19 pandemic must be to protect the health of all people and income and jobs and all working people as the key to the stability of businesses and the real economy. My brothers and sisters, I greet you well, and I pray that you will continue to be safe. Thank you.
Thank you, First
Thank
VP.
you to our first Vice President, Sister Clark Griffiths. I too must express my gratitude to our frontline workers for the significant contribution that they have been making to our society, especially at this time when we are facing this unprecedented health crisis. Do we have any of our frontline workers who are members here with us?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Somebody's mic isn't muted. I'm trying to figure out who that
Yes,
person is.
please
Just a
ask them to
second.
mute their mics.
All right,
Yes,
I
Madam
believe that
Chair.
is it. Yes, so we salute you, frontline workers. We want to thank you for the great work that you are doing. And we continue to pray for your health and safety during this time.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Madam Chair,
yes, sir.
just checking. I'm not sure if you had acknowledged my raised hand. This is
Oh,
Livingston Burnett.
I'm so sorry. No, I didn't see it. I'm
Right.
sorry. Go ahead.
In your opening statements, you had mentioned the funeral grants. Would you be able to a little more detail on that, please?
Sorry, Madam Chair,
There is some noise
could you
there's
ask the
some
persons
feedback.
that are mute their mics, please? It is causing a disturbance in the meeting.
All right. There's still
Or Madam
Chair, as
Chair,
a host, you can mute all
you
mics
can
now.
mute the
Just go
mute
through
all
mute
mics,
all
I'm
yeah.
mics.
trying to do that. Just a minute. All right, I believe all is muted now. Distraction. All right.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Okay, so I don't, or president or vice president, would you like to shed some more light on the funeral grant?
Right, so the funeral grant is a negotiated benefit that is included in our heads of agreement. What it basically says is that persons who die on the job in the line of duty or from natural causes whilst they are in the employ of the government, particularly if they have been appointed for at least 2 years or employed for at least 2 years or appointed, they are able to access this grant. I don't have the amount at hand. It is outlined in our heads of agreement. But what it basically does is to give some assistance to the family of the bereaved for their interment. I think the amount starts at around $400,000, if my memory serves me right, for the grant of burial for appointed officers, and for those persons who are not appointed or who are in the lower, not appointed, but at least 2 years employment, or are part-time serving at least 156 days. I think the amount starts at about $150,000 to assist with funerals. Yes, so that's it.
Thank you, President.
Okay, thank you, Prez. We will now do another giveaway. Can I see all the floor persons? Please type yes in the chat box. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm seeing about 10 persons here. All right, so are you ready? Let us go. You can. All right, so here we go. 525-771-5325-2810. I'm going to repeat 525-771-5325-2810. If you have received the credit, please type received in the. Okay, congratulations to Stacy and Diaz who just won the flow credit. All right. I'm going to now allow our second vice president to speak to you. Brother Thomas, are you there? All right, so in the meantime, I'm going to do another flow giveaway. All right, here we go. 07. All right, just a second here. So I'm going to start over 07. I believe that she's in now. 07 5961 3162 0848. I'm going to repeat 07 5961 3162 0848. I'm waiting on the winner to respond. All right, Sister Camille Burford, congratulations. Is Brother Thomas ready?
Yes, Sister Shani.
Okay, I'm gonna hand over to you now, sir.
All right. Good morning, colleagues. I want to
Morning, Sir Kevin.
I want to extend happy birthday to my association, the Jamaica Civil Service Association, whom I consider the mother among unions. I pray that we'll continue to grow from strength to strength as a union as we advocate for the rights and the well-being of public sector workers in Jamaica. 101 years and still going strong. We want to thank our members and our many volunteers throughout the years, because without their contribution, we could not have reached this milestone. We have had persons who would have lost on the way. We also want to recognize the contribution that they have given to make the Jamaica Civil Service Association the union that it is. We also would like to commend the hardworking frontline workers, those who work at customs, those who also work in the medical field, those who are basically sacrificing themselves so that our country can be safe. We know that it could not have been achieved without them giving up themselves selflessly. We are really in unique times, and we are basically in unprecedented waters. This coronavirus has really caused us to be doing things differently. We have had to take social distance to an extreme where we're actually not able to be physically present with you, but having to use the technology available to be speaking to you. But notwithstanding, we still maintain spirit of camaraderie, and we just want to encourage you as our members to keep safe. You and your family keep safe, and also as responsible public sector workers, we still have to keep the public sector going. So we also encourage you to still be diligent workers, and that we will be commended at the end of this period of having given ourselves selflessly, God, selflessly throughout this time. So we really want to wish the association and all the hardworking members and officers, of course, and members of the executive and general council. We pray that God's favor will continue to remain with you as you serve your constituents with diligence, and also as we continue to look out for the well-being of our members. We also want to thank our president for having on their stewardship, who have helped to grow the membership of the union to where it is today. Also the members of the executive and also our general secretary. We know that where we are today could not have been without the collective contribution of your input and your stewardship. So with that said, I just really want to wish the association a happy birthday. It has really helped to fashion the leaders that we have today. And from our union, we are proud to say that we have produced some excellent leaders. And we continue to strive as we continue to serve you, our members. Love you all and continue to stay safe.
Thank you, Brother Kelvin.
Hello? Yes, thank you, Brother Thomas. All right, we're going to be having another giveaway, right, for digital customers. Hello? Hello? All right, so we're going to be having another giveaway for our digital persons. Get your phones out, get the fingers ready. And here we go. 1501714136886. I repeat, 1501714136886. Who is our lucky winner today? All right, Brother Langren. All right, so congratulations to you. All right, so finally for today, we're going to, Hello? Hello?
Brother Alrington wants to say something.
All right.
Sister Shani, Brother Alrington needs to say something.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yes, just a little information on the funeral grant. So daily paid persons can get up to $200,000 and permanent employees can get up to $400,000 for the funeral grant.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Brother Arlington, is there a special condition why you say up to 400 for permanent versus persons that are temporary?
Well, no, I'm just giving information. I just call and got from the department that deal with it. That's how they say to me up to. So I don't know if they are lower that you can get, but that's what they said to me.
Okay, thank you, Brother Arlington.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So finally, I'm going to hand over to our General Secretary so that she may address you.
Thank you, Sister Shani. And I want to extend my own greetings. Greetings, brothers and sisters. I trust that we are all well and keeping safe. I want to extend welcome to you, one and all, to our president and the officers, past First Vice President, Brother Chung, I see you there somewhere. Welcome. Members of the Executive Committee, General Council, and members in general. Welcome to you all. Let me first extend appreciation to you, all our fundamental workers. We use the terminology frontline, but you're all fundamental workers in our eyes. You continue to provide public services even amid the pandemic or the coronavirus. And I just want to say we appreciate you all and thank you once more. 100 years, wow, it's indeed a milestone to embrace, and I am certainly happy to be a part of this history. I'm sure that you share those same sentiments. The history, as it's written, could take us until probably the weekend, so I won't be long. But generally speaking, the labor movement grew out of the need to protect the common interest of workers. For those in the industrial sector, those in organized labor unions fought for better wages and reasonable working conditions. The labor movement led efforts to stop child labor, especially seeing that we came out of emancipation, and they sought to provide health benefits and aid to those persons who were working, particularly those injured or retired. So many of us would have known the history coming out of World War I, where workers were being victimized as economies only saw the need to grow by any means and at any cost. And so there was a need for worker representation here in Jamaica following the World War I in 1918. Public officers, many of whom were blue-collar workers, were concerned about their well-being, their salaries, pensions, and other benefits. So what did they do? They decided to come together and to find ways to address their concerns. They held a meeting, and at that meeting, it was decided that a select group be entrusted with the responsibility of preparing and taking a petition to the government. Sounds familiar? For those long-time persons, Sachong? Petition, right? So from 1918 into 1919, that was the modus operandi. So the group included persons from various departments of central government, and this group was referred to as a Public Officers Memorial Committee. Remember, we are coming from the Britain, we have the British legacy. And it was this committee that recommended that an association be formed. And so on the 6th of May, 1990, which was the following year, the Jamaica Civil Service Association was formed with full governmental approval and support. Since then, this noble organization, through its visionary leaders, have sought to improve the lives of members and by extension, their families and wider communities. If you go on our website, you would see some of the benefits. I know Shani also spoke of some of our current benefits, but the history of it is seeing that we had the association that would deal with worker representation and collective bargaining for our salaries and fringe benefits. When there would have been improvement in your salaries and fringe benefits, our visionaries saw the need for the association to expand its benefits and sought to provide housing solutions for members. Many of you would have heard of Garden Boulevard. We would have that as one of our first housing solutions. We would have had Blue Castle. We acquired Long Lane. We acquired Union's Estate, formerly Twickenham Park. And we would have, through collective agreements, sought to have 20 acres per parish agreement island-wide, some of which we would have lost over the years through degradation and other means. So the association continued in its effort to ensure that we not only safeguarded interest of workers at the workplace, but that we saw to the well-being of our members' daily lives. So just to touch a little on our crest, because I know we have members here and we're sharing the history. We have our crest, and it was designed in 1924 by Frank Hundal, Esquire. He was a secretary and librarian of the Institute of Jamaica, and this was for the period 1891 to 1937. On our crest, we have a field, which is the cross of St. George, painted with pineapples as a coat of arms of Jamaica. And we have four corners of our crest, with a quill, a spade, a caduceus, and a baton. And these represent respectively administration, and that's central government, agricultural services, and there our President Brother Grant is showing you a depiction of our crest on a lapel pin. We have the medical service and the police. In the center of our crest is a monogram consisting of the initials of the name of the association, JCSA, and around the monogram is the motto, Duro de Cortis, Fructus Quam Dulcis. I think, Shani, we should probably have a giveaway for someone who could interpret what that means. Duro de Cortis, Fructus Quam Dulcis.
You're gonna have to spell that for me, Jace.
So it's D-U-R-O-D-E, Duro, Latin.
Okay.
Cortis, or maybe I could type it in.
Yes, please.
So it's a motto, and a similar one is found on the seal originally granted by Charles II to Jamaica. And this crest has been reproduced on the Jubilee medal of the association, struck in 1944 for presentation to members as a token of appreciation for long and faithful service. You see how important this organization is? Brothers and sisters, we have been through many challenges. We have weathered many storms, but we have not been daunted. We have jumped over hurdles in your best interest. There will be a new normal, and our role now more than ever will be to ensure that we are not just riding the waves, but we are creating spirals that will see our workers being represented with the variations to come for the future of work, right? We have a union song entitled Solidarity Forever. The union makes us strong. And I want to use this opportunity to thank you all, give you a synopsis of the history of the Jamaica Civil Service Association. And I'll ask you to also feel free to go on our website at www.JCSA, that's JACSERA.org. JCSA is the acronym for Jamaica Civil Service Association, and it's the acronym that we use for most of, if not all of our social media interventions. So long live JCSA, viva JCSA. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, GS. So indeed, we see that the Jamaica Civil Service Association has a rich history and a tradition of excellence. Wow. All right, Prez, we're almost at the end, so I'm going to allow the president to say his closing remarks.
Okay, colleagues, you know that when we have birthdays, we normally celebrate and we give up gifts and all those nice things. And we sing songs and we drink wine and so on. Unfortunately, this year we can't do that regular celebration that we normally do, you know, cutting of cake and all those things. And we normally gather at JCSA Park. In recent years, we have started off our week of birthday celebrations by going to church because we are a God-blessed organization and we want to continue to be blessed. As an outcome of this blessing, there have been a few things that we have been able to accomplish. And when I say a few, I mean really modest now. But we have some things on the agenda and they have started to unfold. And by the end of this year, the birthday gift that we're going to give our members this year is the establishment of our gym and wellness center at JCSA Park. Now, how is it going to work? Members normally would pay between $6,000 and $12,000 a month for gym membership. Depends on where you go. We are going to be putting in a gym at JCSA Park, state of the art, a trainer and a nutritionist. And all our members will have to pay is a maintenance fee of between $1,000 and $1,500. We're working out the logistics of that right now. But you compare that to what we will pay if we go to the gym with a trainer, a dedicated trainer, and a nutritionist for our members to be able to improve on their health and wellness. It is something that is going to be phenomenal when we unveil it later on this year. So we're going to ask our members, notwithstanding what is happening now, our union is working, we'll continue to work. We are working on benefits and we are continuing to ensure that we can deliver these gifts to our members. On the issue of benefits, I must apologize for not yet letting you have your cards in your hands. We are having some serious logistics problems surrounding the security of the cards and how we deliver them. And it has further been impacted by COVID. Our distribution and sorting center that we were setting up did not get off the ground in time, and we have been shut down as a result of COVID. So we are working on getting some workarounds so that the cards can be in our members' hands, because we recognize that if we had the cards now, a lot of the challenges that we are facing in dealing with monetary transactions could have been alleviated. So we're working to get that done. I'm sure that our members will be satisfied once they start to use their cards. Those members who have access to their insurance benefits through Jamaica Cooperative Insurance Agency are already telling us that the savings that they're achieving is phenomenal. During this time of COVID, our mini-mart has gone to a point where I think Sister Trudy is sharing her screen with us. Our colleagues have expressed extreme discount of 15% on top of no markup that our members get from the mini-mart. So we buy them at cost. And on top of that, we offer you another 15% discount on your goods and that you get from mini-mart. So we're asking our members, when you're ready to shop, please visit the mini-mart to top up on your groceries and other items. This is our response to where we are now. The JCSA as a union is not just about your 9 to 5. We want to ensure that we cover your entire life. And as we go to cover your life, we want to touch on all aspects of it. We want to touch on food, and we are doing so with the mini-mart. We want to expand that. We have touched on transportation. We have gotten 3 additional buses this year and have a commitment from the minister that we will be adding new buses to the fleet every year going forward, because he has bought into the program and he saw the buses and we had the side conversation. He said, yes, Mr. President, we are going to ensure that we get more buses because it's what we want. And it's not just for Kingston. The commitment that we are getting from the minister is that we are going to expand the bus service outside of Kingston. So our members who do not reside in Kingston can have the benefit of concessionary transportation from the bus service. We are looking at education and training. And the minister and I would have discussed last year the issue of scholarships for public sector workers, particularly those who want to gain higher level qualifications that are not necessarily covered locally. And so the Marcus Garvey Scholarship has been established, and I'm encouraging our members to please participate as much as you possibly can. We are working. We will continue to work. We will continue to ensure that all our members' legitimate interests and concerns are safeguarded and affirmed through our membership in this noble organization. And we want to continue to grow. We want to move from a union of 30,000 members to a union of 40,000 over the next 2 years. I know we can do it. I know we shall do it. And I'm going to ask all our members to play your part in ensuring that the lifeblood of this organization, which is our membership, continues to grow from strength to strength. Thank you.
Fred?
Yes.
Good afternoon. Rhonda Price here.
Yes, Sister Ron.
Just following up on a matter that I don't think it has been resolved as yet. The minister made an announcement about adjusting the rates at NHT. I know we were having a little challenge in light of COVID. Can you shed any light on how far off we are in terms of implementing the adjusted interest rates?
Well, they have been adjusted, and the pay stations will be advised soon. The Prime Minister in his budget presentation did make the announcements. The various orders to the pay stations will go out soon, so the adjustments will take place. Most times, it is not new adjustments, it's just an extension of what already is in place. Some of us have expressed concern that it's likely to end, and we have gone and made a representation at the NHT. And the Prime Minister would have heard our representation and in fact agreed to these extensions. What we are doing is institutionalizing the benefits that we have negotiated so that they become part of what we do. One of the things I want to tell the members is that we are public officers, and whenever the state have benefits for the nation, we want a special carve out for us. And so you would have heard the issue of housing. You have also heard the reduction of rates at the Students' Loan Bureau. And I know that some persons have some concerns about the Student Loan Bureau and the carve out for the care program and how it is that they can access that. And we have addressed that. Some members will have to go directly to the SLB to get the clearance letters to take back to the workstation to go and participate in that program. But what we can do as a matter of principle in terms of how we advocate, whenever there are assets controlled by the state, public sector workers should be given a bit of discount, so to speak, to access those benefits. And that's a principle that is going to be in our upcoming negotiations. I know that our first VP that is now in charge and is leading the negotiations will be ensuring that that is captured in the discussion when she goes to the table to start the negotiations, and that at the end of it, our members will feel satisfied that we are getting a wider range of benefits that are not monetary, but will help us to save on what we have in our pockets. All right, so thank you for that question, Rhonda. And I'm going to ask Sister Juliet Grant to stop sharing her screen with us. We're seeing Sister Juliet. Thank you. Great.
All right, well, I asked because the question was raised by some of my members. And when I contacted the accounts department, they said they have yet to receive any correspondence regarding the issue of adjust their NHD rates. So that's the reason why I ask. On the matter of student loan as well, they're not readily accessible. That's one of the challenges that we are finding with the student loan. But I guess I'll probably have to bring out some of the other issues probably to see how best we can incorporate them into the wage negotiation. We were brainstorming as the Young Workers Committee, and one of the things we came up with when we look at the requirements to access the Student Loan Bureau, we're already public sector members, and quite a bit of us have been appointed, have served 10 years. Is it possible that we could lobby press to say that we sign some form of affidavit to probably release some aspects of our pension then to the monetary value of the loans that we want to access? And what that does is to relinquish the whole responsibilities of guarantors, because the guarantor issue is really a challenge for persons to actually get a guarantor to sign, or sometimes you're tied up as a guarantor and you yourself, if you want a loan based on the investigation that I have done, you're not able to access that loan at this point in time.
Right. Good point, Sister Randa. Something that we have placed on the table for the reform of pensions and for how pensions should be used. Robert, you remember, Robert, that this is something that we have put on the table a couple of times in our negotiations to see how we can leverage our savings that is built up in our pensions to secure, secure funding now. And that will be liquidated. I'll use that as security for funding now to liquidate that over time so that we can have lower rates on those loans secured by future pension releases rather than having to find persons to guarantee them. No, this is going to call for an amendment to the pension because I don't think any pension can be.
If right now I see where they are ordering bun and cheese,
Can we get that person to mute, please?
All right. Despite Easter being over, we still have some persons ordering butter and cheese, I guess. So we have in fact done quite a bit in terms of the dialogue. What we have not been able to do now is to move to the next level of having the pension legislation being developed and passed. Other things are tied up in pensions, the issue of portability, moving from one employer to the next and how we treat with that. Those are all caught up, and I think it is timely, and we have started the work already for what is going to be happening next. When we come out of COVID, it can't be business as usual. There are things that we have been pushing for that we need to know as the government to be serious about getting on the table. Occupational safety and health is critical. The comprehensive reform of the labor market is critical. Role is of absence management and how that is being dealt with is critical. The issue of parental leave is tied up in the absence management proposal that we have put forward, and that's very, very critical. And given what we are in now with COVID and how leave and absence as a result of the impact of COVID have been treated, we want to ensure that there is an overarching policy that deals with the response of the government when there is a disaster. So there's a number of things that has emanated from this fact we are going to have to be putting out there. Pensions is also the return date are close to it, then that the review should be taking place. And we are going to be asking for that shown before in certain respects. So we know that, Sister Rhonda, and we continue to ensure that these are captured in our future dialogue.
Okay, Praise.
Great.
Much appreciated. So I'll stand on the others. Okay, sir.
Sure. Sister Shani, back.
Okay, thank you, Praise. We have come to the end of our webinar. Oh, before we end, I have one last giveaway for the person who answered the question, the translation of the word that GS mentioned. GS isn't here now, so I don't know if it is correct. But we're going to have one last giveaway. All right, so for my flow people, get your phones out, get your fingers ready. I don't know if our former first VP, Brother Chung, would like to share a few words. Brother Chung, would you like to share a few words with us? I'm not sure if he's hearing.
I think it's here, Sister Shani, so we can move on.
All right, so for the final giveaway for the Flow persons on the Flow network, here we go. 70 5627 2228 92 2017. I will repeat 70562728922017. I'm waiting on our winner to respond. All right, it doesn't seem as if anyone received that credit. I'm going to repeat once again. It is 70562728922017. Okay, not sure what's happening there, but we have come to the end of our webinar, and I just want to thank everyone again for joining us today. Okay, somebody received it. M. Gordon, congratulations. All right, so thank you for joining us today, and we do hope that we will continue on this trajectory of excellence. I'm hearing a bit of feedback there. So thank you and have a wonderful rest of the day.
Thank you.
Jamar.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, press. Bye, team. Have a
Bye.
good day.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Bye, Pez. Thank you. Bye, team.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Goodbye. Have a safe day. Bye.
Oh my gosh. I need to leave.
see who won because I wasn't able to confirm because I didn't know the answer, so I was able to confirm the answer to declare a winner. So you're gonna have some answer yes. Yes, I'm gonna have to look back at the video to see who responded because I didn't know the answer, so I wasn't able to confirm it whether or not it was correct. So when you come back, you can give me the answer, and I'll just send the person their prize. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, I want to thank you so much for our members. We have an insurance program, JCSA insurance program. We have a loan scheme for motor vehicle insurance. Of course, most of you would know that we have partnered with the Jamaica Cooperatives Insurance Agency. We
a new breed of
Any light on how far with
I will repeat 70562728. We have our first us for our webinar. Now, we are all aware of the current health crisis that we are facing globally. And so Jamaica is also affected by the pandemic that we know as COVID-19. And so we're not able to meet physically to celebrate. So we are using this medium. We're really grateful for technology, and we're able to use this medium to commemorate the JCSA's 101st anniversary. We are using this medium just to express how proud we are of our accomplishments over the 101 years that the JCSA has been in existence, and we want to thank our members and our stakeholders for your support, your continued support over the years. I am Shani Grant. I'm the Public Relations and the Communications Officer for the JCSA. And with us, we have President Grant. We have our first Vice President, Sister Tisha Clark Griffiths. Sister Griffiths, just say hello to everyone. All right, great. We have our second Vice President, Brother Kelvin Thomas. Brother Thomas, can you just give us a wave or say hello? All right, so it seems as if Brother Thomas hasn't joined us as yet. So we're just going to, we hope he joins soon. All right. All right, I am multitasking here, so just give me a few minutes, please. General Secretary will be speaking to you in a few minutes, but just before that, I believe that in anything we do, it is very important to invite the presence of God in our midst. And so at this time, to how the JCSA has benefited them over the years. And so we are very proud of our accomplishments, and we hope to continue to provide support to you as you continue to support us. Now, just to name some of the benefits that we have been able to secure over the years for our members, we have, honestly, and we want to continue support to you as you continue advocating for the social and economic well-being of its members who are a part of the public sector. And this is a group in society that truly deserves to be appreciated because of the invaluable services that they provide to our country. Now, my mother was a civil servant, and she was also a member of the Jamaica Civil Service Association. And I can testify to the fact that she was able to gain many benefits from the association. I remember that she was a member of the Thrift Society, and I remember the days when I used to come along with her to the Thrift Society, and it was because of the Jamaica Mutual Thrift Society why she was able to send us through university and through school. So, and she has benefited in many other ways. So indeed, we can testify. I'm sure that many other persons are able to testify to how the JCSA has benefited them over the years. And so we are very proud of our accomplishments, and we hope to continue to provide support to you as you continue to support us. Now, just to name some of the benefits that we have been able to secure over the years for our members, we have an insurance program, JCSA insurance program. We have a loan scheme for motor vehicle insurance. Of course, most of you would know that we have partnered with the Jamaica Cooperatives Insurance Agency. We have consumer discounts at popular stores, loans for the purchase of computers. We offer an education grant, the Samuel E. Memorial Scholarship. We offer a funeral grant, which came through our heads of agreements. And we also have partnered with the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service, and our members are able to gain transportation through GETS. All right. So we have been working assiduously, and we want to continue to provide quality services for our members as the years go by. Now, we have also negotiated, and we have represented our members over the years. And so I'm sure that our president and our first and second vice president will speak more to this. So we have grown over the years, and we will continue to strive. I'm going to now hand over to our president, Brother Grant.
Thank you, Sister Shani, and let me bid a very warm welcome to the members gathered on this platform.